Thank you. So, good morning. I would like to introduce the current status of the UN Open GIS Initiative. We started this initiative about 10 years ago. Okay, we are basically promoting the use of FOSS4G, free and open source software for geospatial, and for especially in UN operations, including UN peacekeeping operations, but other operations. And we'd like to promote the use in the UN system, like in other funds, organizations, and also try to promote the use of FOSS4G in developing countries. So yes, this is a kind of official objective defined in 2016 to identify and develop open source GIS bundle that meets the requirements of UN operations, and separated, but another important objective is to support geospatial capacity building in developing countries. So for this objective, we have done some activities, several activities, about 10 years, and from these years we changed the chairs. First, Ariel from OSGO. I heard that he has been working for UN committee in OSGO Foundation, and I'm Hidenori. I'm working for JICA, Japan International Cooperation Agency, an implementing agency of the official development assistance. And number 3 is the Chief of UN Geospatial Information Section, Mr. Joseph Parareda must know. Okay, we have been working in separate groups. We have actually 6 groups, but the number is skipping. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 6 groups. I would like to introduce these working groups. Number 1 is a hybrid GIS platform. Hybrid means hybrid with proprietary GIS and open source GIS. So the basic idea is in the current status, in reality, our colleagues in the UN systems, UN Secretariat, are using commercial GIS. But we would like to introduce the free and open source software for geospatial for some parts at first. And we would like to gradually improve the use of FOSS4G in these different UN activities. Okay. So number 2 is about capacity building. We are delivering training program for UN staff, basically in the field operations or other area of their activities. And yes, I would like to say that DWG1 is for supporting the UN system, UN colleagues. This it is not so easy to make the result open to public. But for capacity building, we are really happy to share the capacity building material to everyone who can access the internet. So we have this website under UN Maps initiative. We have UN Maps Learning Hub, and under this Learning Hub, we have shared some capacity building materials for QGIS and OSM Basics and OSM Advanced. So if you are interested in these contents and further, maybe if you have some knowledge to improve this kind of capacity building materials, please check this website. So basically this website is for UN staff, but everyone who is interested in accessing the contents can access these 3 training materials. Okay, and there was number 3 and number 4 of the working group, but they have completed the activity. So that's why we don't have number 3 and number 4 as of now. But number 3 is about geoanalytics, and it is merged into the number 5. And the number 4, I have been working for the number 4 data collection, but the activity of number 4 is completed, and it is split into number 6 and number 7. So that is why we don't have 3 and 4 anymore. Okay. And the number 5 is about GeoAI. They are actually working in a kind of different context of under the UN, and they are kindly providing their expertise in GeoAI. for UN Open GIS Initiative, basically for UN operations. So the basic idea is they already have some knowledge about or expertise about GeoAI, and we are trying to integrate these technology for the UN Open GIS Initiative. And so for that reason, they are very active in providing some contents. So there are some kind of separate initiative, AI for Good, and they are providing online workshop sometime in 1 year. And if someone who is interested in this kind of workshop, it is possible to participate in this workshop. Okay, that is number 5, and I would like to move on to number 6. Number 6 is Open Draw Map and 3D. Maybe many of you already know Open Draw Map. This is Open Draw Map is a kind of separate open source software project, and the basic idea is we get some contribution from Open Draw Map, because in UN operations they have some requirement about getting some images about their kind of base, and there was a kind of activity. Open Draw Map colleagues come to the actual camp and get some drone images and get some 3D images from their expertise. So they built 3D data from video or imagery data, and they provided it to the GIS staff inside the UN peacekeeping camp over there. So that is number 6. And yes, maybe I would just like to say their activity, at least the first phase, is some kind of completed. So their activity is not actually active as of now, but we hope that we can try to make use of their expertise or their willingness to contribute by providing some new context for 3D data. Okay, number 7. Number 7 is actually my working group. So this is a little bit different group. Other groups are based on some existing project or existing objective, but this group is has some objective that we are a kind of continuing open community of practice, because they are a group of actually individual developers, and they would like to keep web maps open because many people makes use of web maps, but it is thanks to the open source software in some area, and especially I'm from actually the government agency, and for government agency it is not possible to own whole the web mapping ecosystem, and so by making use of the open source web mapping ecosystem, we would like to promote that it is possible to implement the web maps in at least even in a personal scale. And our mission is to test new technology released from the other project, and we are very excited to test new implementation of the web mapping technology. In this group, we are using generative AI for supporting the developing process, and also trying to make use of it for our user interface for the users. And we are making use of Raspberry Pi for the resource-limited environment, and for capacity building or sharing some technology topics for the web mapping. So that is working group 7. And yes, we have started a new domain working group actually last week, and it is about open source implementation of the IGIF. This is led by Ariel, and they are trying to implement IGIF, making use of open source software. So I would like to explain what is IGIF. IGIF is some outcome document from a kind of committee of experts under the United Nations. And it is called GGIM, Global Geospatial Information Management. It is under the ECOSOC, Economic and Social Council, and they have discussed some framework document about implementation of the geospatial information by the national governments, basically. And so we have a kind of framework document, but the implementation of that framework is still open for contribution. So inside the UN Open GIS Initiative, we are trying to think about what contribution can be done if we can make use of the open source software. So this is basically not for the UN operations, but what we call member state. That is national governments who are a part of the United Nations. And so we have just started, but we are trying to research that document, framework document, and try to find how we can implement what we call special data infrastructure, or SDI, of the member countries. This is from the context of Latin American Regional Committee of UNGGIM. And yes, to finalize my presentation, so this is how UN Open GIS Initiative is working, and the basic idea is we are providing what we have as a kind of voluntary participation for each working group. So that is why each working group has a different organization or different objectives. And basically, we are doing monthly teleconferences, and we are sharing what we are doing, working group by working group, and trying to find how we can further contribute to our colleagues, our friends in the United Nations system. And so from next week, because we started in 2016, we are going to have the second decade of the UN Open GIS Initiative. So if you are interested in our initiative, we have the website, and we have GitHub repository. So maybe we can try to find something we can contribute. We can collaborate with each other. Okay. So that is my presentation. Thank you so much.
Okay, do we have any questions for Hidenori? There's one. Okay, Nathan.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your interesting talk. Just with the IGIF framework, I've done the training for that myself, and it's a very good training course. But one thing which I think would add to the usefulness of the IGIF is having some case studies of what's been successful in different countries, so that other countries can see those case studies and get some good ideas. Do you think that there's some ways that we could build up more of a library of case studies which can be shared?
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Yes, I have heard from Ariel that he has been developing some kind of success stories, especially from Latin American region. And yes, I think in future we can share this research maybe from EGRAC as a kind of UN initiative. But yes, we are trying to share this kind of use case studies. Thank you so much.
Any other questions?
What's the best way for us, the community, to help with these efforts, to involve in some way?
Yeah, thank you so much. So as of now, we are kind of a participatory group, but there is some kind of formality to propose the working group and get a kind of endorsed or accepted. So maybe what come to my mind is maybe if you can find some existing working group, you can participate. That is the easiest way to participate in this initiative. But definitely there is some area that is not covered in this initiative. So in that case, maybe we can maybe jointly think about creating a new working group. So that is my idea. Thank you so much.
It's great to see that there's some high quality training materials, but it looks like it's meant for students to do self-paced individual learning.
Yes, yes.
Can the training materials be extracted from the system so I could walk into a room of people and deliver the same materials to a group?
So yes, I agree that this training material is for self-paced training, a kind of online training. But as I see, there is a kind of PDF version of the training material, so maybe it can be used in a classroom. Thank you so much for the question.
One last question. Marco.
You mentioned there you're doing all volunteer works. I guess the UN has a lot of budget. How are you funded?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is a kind of program for a kind of external contribution. And as I have heard from my colleagues from the UN system, they have some kind of challenges in reducing the budget. So actually, yes, budgeting is a really big problem. In this initiative, we are trying to contribute, but some of them are from a kind of private sector. And of course, if there is a kind of lack of budget, it is not possible to provide some activities. So, yeah, there is some. There is often some discussion about how we can raise the funds, but what I feel is we feel a kind of lack of the budget. So thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Hidenori. It was very well received. Put your hands together for Hidenori, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you.